It's been almost 18 years since this family filed a missing persons police report with UPD. The not knowing is agonizing, and the what-ifs lead to a tortured mind for Emily Anderson, the missing man's daughter, and her family. This case is one of more than 1,200 active missing persons cases in Utah.
If we could just have you start with your name, your title, and professional affiliation to the case.
So my name is Ben Pender. I'm a detective with Unified Police Department of Greater Salt Lake, and I am assigned to our cold case homicide and missing person unit.
Tell us about the case, how you got the case, and just kind of start from the beginning.
This case actually came in 2004. It was reported by Stephen Willard Anderson's father. Apparently what happened is he indicated that on June 3rd, which was a Thursday, that his son Stephen was heading up to their cabin up in the area of Flaming Gorge. He was headed up to the cabin for a little while to help his father out by painting, doing some painting up there at the cabin, and never arrived. We have no information that he even ever made it to the cabin.
And him and the vehicle just fell off the face of the earth.
Yes.
Today we're looking for a man who went missing in June of 2004. His name is Stephen Willard Anderson, and this was his last known kind of destination. He was a guy that was going through some hard times in life, and he came up to their family cabin in Flaming Gorge to, take a load off or whatever, and the family never heard from him again.
I mean, that's a family's worst nightmare, is to lose someone and not know and not have any answers.
We're here with our good friend and one of the best, in fact, probably in my opinion, the best in the business, Mr. Doug Bishop with United Search Corp. Doug is a good friend of ours, and anytime he has a lead on a water search, we're usually the first person he calls, especially if it's here in the Utah area.
So last night we sat down with the family. To all of their accounts, they really dwelled on the fact that he was mentally dwindling. The son described him as leaving Dad's house. He told Dad that he was going to paint the family cabin up here, right? What we didn't know was that he went to go pick his son Axel up. Got to the front door. Axel being 15, he didn't want to go. He teared up really, he cried really bad. It was the last time he seen his dad.
It's tough. He was my idol. In every way. Incredibly smart, incredibly driven. Everything that I wanted to do, he made sure we did. He always wanted to be involved. And every step of the way, extremely supportive. He just cared so much about his image, but also how other people treated him and respected him. He wanted to be somebody that everybody looked up to and came to, and it also to a fault, because it hurt a lot when that didn't happen.
At some point between the 3rd and the 5th of June 2004, his father tried getting in contact with him. There was no answer. He indicated that he was depressed, but he had no indication that Stephen would hurt himself. Yeah. He just knew that there was some mental health issues going on with him. He was depressed at the time. His business had failed, whatever business he was in.
We also know that he got gas in town, heading up here. He said he was coming up here. He tried to pick his son to come up here. He got a tank of gas, which would have gotten him up here.
Now, if you don't know what Flaming Gorge is, it's a reservoir that sits kind of in the northeast corner of Utah and goes into Wyoming. Kind of a windy, snaky reservoir, and they call it the Gorge because it's got really high canyon walls. We spoke with the victim's family, and they want closure. Even if they find him, in the bottom of the lake in his green Toyota Sequoia, which is what we're looking for, that's a big deal. That brings closure to generations of a family, rather than just thinking that their dad just up and vanished one day.
No matter the ups and downs, he was always attentive and there and wanted to be involved.
What did the water go back up to the turn in the road, to the left and up? There you go. See how the road, that would be the road that he would have come in on, that windy road.
Yeah,
So,
right here.
exactly. So let's see what the water looked like in 2004 right there. The route is showing that he came through here, down here, and then that wraps around towards the location that you were just looking at.
Yeah.
So that's as close as he gets to the water.
So we've got Doug's sonar equipment set up on here, which is nice, because Doug has really nice stuff that you know, is proven to work really well. So it's not gonna be like last time where we're trying to run to the hardware store and piece things together. We've got the whole setup here. So now we're gonna get this boat warmed up and start trolling, start doing some sonar. All right, so this is our first maiden voyage on this boat. I bought this boat at an auction a few weeks ago, totally sight unseen. I didn't know anything about it.
Seems to be
But
an
it just-
underlining thing for you.
Yeah, it looked clean, looked like a nice boat, and I think it is a nice boat. It's custom built. I think it was built for a tour business down in Cabo area. It's a lot of boat for the money. I stole this thing. So, but we're gonna see why it was such a good deal here in a minute.
His last words.
There we go. The folding front ramp is a game changer for diving and for like being able to be used as a work boat. This bad boy will go all the way down to the water level, so Doug can dive off of that really well. We're searching for a needle in a haystack with very limited information. Pretty much done in this area, so we're gonna pull the boat out of the water and then go search another location. So here we go.
He was not an off-road guy at all. He would have never taken the south route, ever. The family was in love with the route that we came today, which was up through Wyoming. There, it was custom for them to stop halfway in Mountain View.
Yeah.
Every time. So it was like tradition.
That's good.
Yeah. And also the bridge next to the dam,
Yeah.
how it goes over the water, there's a little spot under there where they used to swim.
So that's the area that's more likely to me.
Yeah.
Getting in over here would be really tricky. Getting over there by the dam, there's a lot more sheer cliffs and walls and stuff like that. So let's go find anywhere where the road lines up with the contour of the lake.
Yeah, that's gonna be over there near that marina on to the dam.
I did some research, and I believe there's a neighbor also that said the neighbor supposedly didn't see anybody come to the cabin prior to the dad's arrival.
Yeah, that we have no information that he even ever made it to the cabin.
And his vehicle was pretty much a brand new vehicle. It was only 3 years old, and he was leasing it from the dealership at the time. And him and the vehicle just fell off the face of the earth.
Yes.
No sign of him. No,
No,
nothing.
we've worked with Toyota. We've served some subpoenas and search warrants to try to get information, and even they don't have any information of where that vehicle's at. If he happened to go to another state or something like that, that we might be able to locate it that way. But if it ever got impounded, we should be able to find it.
Yeah.
They have no record of that either.
She had remarried. They got to a point where my dad thought that people were out to get him, and it was strange. And I remember talking through that with him and not understanding fully where he was at, being 15 at the time. I think there was a lot more scrutiny than support at that time.
All right, my friends, we are here at Dutch John, which is kind of the main marina for Flaming Gorge. The dam is right around the corner, and also right around the corner is a bridge. which is a good sign because that is a place where a car could easily launch off. And what we're looking for is a car that's in the water. We were just told up at the gas station here from a guy who lives up here that sometime years ago, an old like 1940s era pickup truck rolled down the ramp and is in the water somewhere. So the area of the lake where we were before is less trafficked. It's not nearly as busy as this side. And this side has more of those sheer canyon walls that we're talking about where a car could just launch off. So the odds of us finding something over here are much higher, especially as we get over here. So we're gonna start by the dam and work our way back to the marina. So we're gonna cruise over to the dam and start running sonar. You wanna pull that up? All right, so I've got my Onyx pulled up here, and the Onyx has the route tracker. So this red line is everywhere that I've been. So this allows me to make sure that I'm not searching the same place twice. And this will track me all day long so that when we're done with the day, I can download this file and send it to law enforcement or the family or whoever and say, hey, this area was searched and it's clean, it's good to go. That's just one of the many, many features of Onyx. Another thing I love is it's giving me my actual speed. It's giving me the distance I've traveled, giving me how long I've been out here. Like, a lot of that stuff is really hard to keep track of. This just keeps track of it all right here.
So the day he left, his phone was turned off.
Correct.
Do we have, were we able to obtain those records from the cell phone company, do we know?
We don't have those records,
Okay.
no.
So we don't know if it was a manual shutdown, hard crash, or just it just was turned off.
Correct.
Okay.
So his father, boy, didn't call our office until June 9th to report Stephen missing. And he had provided the information that I provided as far as what he did in between that time to try to locate him. He did indicate that he had left with a bag of clothes, some books. He even accounted for knives and guns at the residence and said they were all accounted for, and so he doesn't believe that he had taken anything like that with him.
This is a section of the lake where the road basically follows right around the rim of the lake. So if a car launched off here, there's a good chance that it could be in this area. Luckily, this is only like 20 feet deep. We're getting crystal clear imaging on the bottom, which is nice. This is where things get interesting because now we're in a spot where a car actually could be, because you see the bridge right here. Well, the highway is right there next to it, obviously, and there's a big parking lot, like a lookout right at the top here. A car could easily launch right off of there, and it's really deep. Like this gorge goes down pretty much straight down. There's probably 100 feet in the middle, so we're searching like a cliffside, which is not ideal because there's lots of big boulders and stuff on these cliff sides, but if there's something in here, we'll see it. Up and down, side to side. Check this out. As I was saying about Onyx, the fact that they've got all these route tracking tools that tell you exactly where you're going, how long it took you to get there, what areas you've explored, what areas you can still explore that you haven't checked out yet, it's all right here. And one of the main things people ask us all the time, and one thing we're trying to do a lot more of, is bring you guys on these adventures with us. Let you come out and explore the great unknown like we do every day. We can't bring everybody out here, but what we can do is we can send you guys this track and this route, so you can go exactly where we've been. So if you see somewhere in these videos that's cool, that something that you want to explore, well, there's a good chance that we tracked it with Onyx Off-Road, and you can actually follow our same route and you can mark waypoints. You could come search this, and if you found something that we missed, you could put it right here and send me the file. It's so easy and it's so precise. So one thing the family mentioned when the guys were talking to him last night is that this area was an area that the family used to spend a lot of time in. here by the boat ramps. Over here we have the Cedar Springs launch ramp, and over here we have, I think it's the Mustang launch ramp. Let me check Onyx real quick. Yeah, Mustang Ridge ramp. And this is another area where the road kind of comes by the lake. So we're gonna scan this last little area by the campground, and then we'll be able to track exactly where we've been and know how far we've traveled. But being able to download this file and give it to the family and say, hey, he's not there, you know, that's a big deal. Onyx has been super handy today. We zoom out, we can see all the areas that we searched. We've just moved over to a new search grid right now, so we'll be able to start tracking this one. Guys, this is hands down the most powerful mapping tool. I don't care if you're a hunter, backcountry skier, boater, off-roader, just a general explorer. Everything about this map is designed for people like you and I that like to get outdoors and not get lost. You know, you can check water levels, you can check snowpack, you can check what trails are open to dirt bikes, what trails are open to ATVs. Like, the list goes on and on and on. Right now, Onyx is giving you guys a deal. You're gonna get 50% off an elite membership. You can click the link in my description below. And what that's gonna get you is access to like literally all of the mapping features. But more than that, Onyx has a team of partners like Fox Shocks and a bunch of different companies that if you're an elite member, you get discounts on all that stuff. Like, I don't think people realize just how connected Onyx is to the outdoor world. And not just when it comes to software and maps. It's like they can get you covered head to toe. All that's left to do is click the link in my description below or scan the QR code on the screen and boom. You can go to the website, get 50% off the elite membership, and you, my friend, are gonna be the talk of the town with your mapping tool that helps everybody not get lost.
Everything that I've looked on different mapping areas shows me that I need to take 80 up. In some scenarios, it's an hour quicker. As you guys being local, how would you go up to the Flaming Gorge?
Well, I mean, if it was summer, you have the option of going that lower route because the Mirror Lake Highway is not beautiful. Yeah, it is beautiful and it's not closed, but that is the longer way around.
Okay. We'll go off the top route. There's no major ravines that would have hidden this vehicle on this top route. However, on this top route, once you get in his home stretch, we have a pond here. This is the route he would have been coming on. Here we see barricades have been put up. Now, if we go back 2009, the barricades are still here. 2006, they were not. So sometime between 2006 and 2009, there were barriers put up here. Right. But in 2004, there was nothing there. Like, I don't know what this pond is. I don't know how deep it is. Until we get there, we don't know. It's kind of, you can't judge a book by its cover. This is one of the main locations outside of, obviously, the gorge that we're interested in. Fits with a lot of the other cases and discoveries I made, which is it's somewhere like you would never look, never think somebody to be, but it's possible. Him and his vehicle have been missing, and it just adds up. It's right down the street from the cabin where he was going. So here in 2006, it wasn't there, but when you go to 2009, it was put up. So I'm guessing this was reinforced more of as a recreational area during that 3-year period. This one dries up.
That one definitely
This
dries
one
up.
does not.
Mm-hmm.
You got a dark green vehicle, 2 or 3 feet of water on top of it. It will go unseen for a very long time. It's a logical accident location if it's deep enough to conceal a vehicle.
All right, well, Keaton and I got to get back home. The guys have a little bit more time to still keep searching, so they're going to run a little more scan while they got more daylight. In the meantime, we got to fly back because we got to get over the Uinta Mountains, and there's some clouds and stuff, and we don't want to be flying into weather in mountains in the dark. So it sucks to leave, but at the same time, we've also searched pretty much everywhere that we wanted to search here. Now it's just a matter of kind of fine tuning and searching kind of the Hail Mary spots where you wouldn't expect a car to be. So that's where we're at, and that's where we're headed.
All right, guys, so we are at the last location we're gonna do today. Like Dave said, he's flew out, but we're here with Doug. On the way to their cabin, you would come around this kind of like big sweeping bend. If it's late at night, you're tired or whatever, very easily could just kind of come around this bend and into the water. I mean, it's not like this fence was not here back during the month or the year that he went missing. So there's an easy possibility, and it's just right off the road. It's not like there's a bunch of big trees to where it would stop a car from going in. Very easily could come around this bend into the water. But the biggest issue is it froze over right now, and there's no boat ramp to launch here. Doug is literally going to put on a life jacket on his hands and knees and go out on the ice, and then just run the sonar down and the everything down. You have enough rope?
Oh,
rope?
yeah. We'll tie the yankum rope to me.
Yeah.
And I'll crawl out there, pull the sonar out to me, stick it through, scan, crawl somewhere else, pull the sonar to me, and yeah, we'll knock it out.
You want me out there with you?
You guys probably would like to see that, huh? Me taking hands out on the thin ice. To hear anybody else say it, he's always on thin ice.
They really would. Took a battery out, lightweight, running just the one unit now, not running the Hummingbird. And we're literally just gonna push this across the ice as you scale around on the frozen lake. Cool. All right, I see nothing can go wrong here.
It makes sense. It's been 6 hours since we were here. That whole area over there sunk in as soon as you put your weight on it. We could just put my boat on this. I could slide myself out.
Yeah. All right, you guys, what's happening is, for one, running out of light. Two, this pond is like, when Doug walked on it this morning at 9 o'clock, he was able to walk on it. Got warm today. Now it's just a slushy, icy mess. So what we're doing is, he's out there on the raft. He's got sonar. He's able to do like a 30, 40-ish foot perimeter. So we're pulling him across the ice, the icy, slushy, whatever you want to call it, pond here. We have probably 500 feet of yankum rope that we literally ran across the pond. We don't want to like leave here thinking to ourselves, did we do enough? So this is what we've resorted to, but still no luck of the vehicle.
We know we have a couple more small ponds just like this near where the cabin area is. So we got to check those. Just because we ruled out specific locations that were pertinent and relevant to the family, there's still a lot more to check. It's just a process of elimination. So it doesn't stop here. It's on to the next.
The last conversation, he came to pick me up to go to the cabin on this trip, where his last known whereabouts. And I had forgotten I had a birthday party to go to, and I told him no at the door. And that was it. You never think that it's going to be the last time you talk to somebody.